Kirk, who is the Executive Director of the Family Foundation Fund. And of course, Mr. Kirk, before we had our first commercial break, you were talking about some of the problems that many of our young people are facing today. So let's sort of give you an opportunity to continue that.
Dr. Haney, we are comprised of spirit, soul, and body. And when the Lord sent us into the earth, he gave us two parents. He gave us a mother and gave us a father. And each of those were to train, to nurture, to impart certain things into the child. But it is only the father who can impart destiny. We know this because as you study the word, if you remember when Eve ate of the tree, nothing happened. Nothing happened to the destiny of mankind. But when Adam ate of the tree, the entire destiny of mankind changed. You see the same pattern with Isaac, you know, when Isaac and Rebekah and Jacob and Esau. Remember, he wanted to bless Esau, but Rebekah got him to bless Jacob. Now, if Rebekah could have blessed Jacob, why didn't she just speak the blessing? Why didn't she impart the destiny? God only intended to give that authority to the father, to impart destiny. Now, the enemy, which is the devil, is aware of that. So his plan is to remove the father from the child, to remove the father from the family. Therefore, the family is left open to his demonic strategy. The scripture says in James 1:27, pure religion and undefiled is this, to care for the fatherless and the widows in their trouble. What trouble is that? The devil coming to ravage the family. Well, see, if there is no father there, who is going to stand spiritually to cover that family? Jesus on the cross, think about it. He said several things that most of us who believe remember. He said, Father, into thy hand I commend my spirit. You know, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But he also said, Mother, behold thy son. Son, behold thy mother. And from that day forward, he took Jesus' mother to his house to cover her, to make sure that she was spiritually covered so that the enemy could not ravage her. Well, see, now you have 35 million homes in America, absence of their biological fathers. What's happening in our nation? Just here in Tennessee, the shooting. What kind of home did that young man come from? Most people who watched this on TV will remember John Lee Malvo, the young man who was the DC sniper. His father abandoned him at age 4. He went on to be shifted around from home to home and finally wound up with a man that was demonized. And that man taught him the wrong way and he became the DC sniper. You can look throughout history. Joseph Stalin's father was an alcoholic, and he abandoned Joseph and the family when Joseph was 8 years old. Joseph Stalin went on in communism and killed 10 million people. Adolf Hitler's father died when he was 13. What did Adolf Hitler go on to do? I mean, you can go on and on and on with this. But as a parent, when the father is absent, there is not the spiritual covering that God ordained to be over the family. So consequently, the family becomes ravaged by all kinds of demonic powers. The last scripture in the Old Testament